Recording in progress. Hello, all my lovely Libra friends. This is Maxine Taylor, and I have your April forecast. Before I start, though, I want to tell you I've begun a new show on YouTube that I hope will help lift you up whenever you need a lift. It's called Choose Happy. Each show is probably 2 to 3 minutes long. It's not astrological, it's commonsensical, it's spiritual, and it's designed to help you see things clearly and like yourself, and maybe even love yourself. So, if you go to my YouTube channel, you'll find it. There is no charge, of course. I hope you enjoy it. And if you have any topics you want me to cover, let me know. And I'll see what I can do about speaking to the person who does the recording and get you an answer. Okay, now let's look at this amazing forecast. Well, let's start with Mercury. Mercury's going to go retrograde on the 1st. Today is the 26th. Is that what I'm looking at here? Let me just double check, because this is the first time I'm recording these wonderful forecasts without feeling stressed, because I'm sending them out on the 1st of the next month. Okay, yes, it's the 26th. This is a first. So Mercury's going to go retrograde on the 1st and direct on the 25th. When Mercury is retrograde, everything is just kerflooey. It's Murphy's Law. If it's going to happen, there's a real good chance it's going to happen on the retrograde Mercury. So you're not going to start any new projects because they're going to fizzle out completely, or you're going to have to restart them, redo them within the year. Okay. So what you're going to do is tie up the loose ends of unfinished projects. If you're like most people, you've got stuff maybe in your garage, in your basement, projects that are unfinished. This is the perfect time to finish them, okay? So let's just start over here in the 6th house. Mars, the red planet, is what you fight with and fight for. It's number one in your life. Mars comes first with a passion. Okay, so your job and your health are coming first, right? And I'm about to put these on now. Oh, that's so much better. Mars is going to stay in that beautiful 6th house until the 30th, at which point it will move into the 7th house of relationships and other people, significant other people. And we'll talk about that in May, of course. But for now, focus your energy on your job and on your health. Whenever I see Mars in the 6th, well, whenever I see anything in the 6th, I say, get thee to a gym and take care of your health. Now is a perfect time. Now, Mars can be inflammation or a high temperature. So what you want to do is welcome your symptoms so that you can treat them. All right. And when I say treat them, in the manner that is best for you, the manner that works for you. Now, Venus, the pink planet, the lesser benefic, Venus is love, it's money, it's beauty, it's all the good stuff, it's art, it's music. Did I mention love more than twice? Love. So it has been in your sixth house, and you've been happy and excited because of Mars, about your job and your health. On the 15th of the month, excuse me, on the 5th of the month, Venus moves into your seventh house of partnership. And this means that you will be spending time with people that you care about, that you love. If you're married, this would be a spouse. If you are not married and you're interacting with people, you will have a loving relationship on the one-on-one level. It's quite beautiful. And then on the 29th, Venus moves into the eighth house of transformation. It's also the eighth house of joint financial projects, okay? And you want to wait until after the 25th when Mercury goes direct to start any new projects. If you're going to be dealing with the esoteric, with psychic phenomenon, this is the astrology. The eighth house deals with all the mysteries of life. And you're re-examining your love nature. And good old Venus is there saying, just love. All right. This seventh house is packed. Venus, as I said, moves into the seventh house on the 5th, and you're loving the one-on-one relationship. There can be a new relationship. However, Mercury is retrograde, and my suggestion is to put a new relationship on pause until after Mercury comes out of retrograde. Just a suggestion. Remember, we don't start new projects on a retrograde Mercury. All righty. So Venus is in your seventh house. Mercury is in your seventh house. And it's interesting because with Mercury in the seventh house, Mercury's what you think about and talk about. And Mercury's retro. So your relationships, one in particular, might be up in the air. Fear not, after the 25th, things will settle down. Mercury is not an action planet, it's a thinking planet. And that means you might be changing your mind back and forth about a relationship. After Mercury goes direct, things will start simmering down. So you've got Mars in the 7th that says, I want partnership and I want it now. And of course, Mars is going to stay in that 7th house for just a couple of days. In this, well, actually, what we've got on the 30th, Mars moves into the 7th house. So it'll be there in May. Okay, Venus, once again, filled with love for all. Mercury, confused about relationships. But then there's the sun, the yellow planet, the giver of life. And what this says is that you are going to find that your love nature, particularly the one-on-one relationship, is very beautiful. You're looking at things very realistically and attracting people to you. This is the sun shining a light on your house of relationships and partnerships. On the 19th, the sun moves into your 8th house and your ego undergoes a transformation. Number one. Number two, you can help other people with their money. You can help unravel your thoughts, your principles, your ideas. 8th house deals with transformation. And when your sun goes into the 8th house, which it does once a year, you will be transformed. Your ego will be transformed. And so, of course, Venus is also in your 8th house. So your love nature is undergoing a transformation. And Jupiter, the greater benefic, and Venus, the lesser benefic, work together to bring a beautiful relationship. Jupiter opens the door, since it's God's law, opens the door to the secrets of the universe. So if you are studying astrology, numerology, any of the esoteric sciences, Jupiter is going to expand your knowledge, and your principles, Jupiter, will undergo a transformation. Now, on the 8th, we have a new moon, and on the new moon, everything starts growing and going forward. However, this new moon is a solar eclipse. It's in the house of partnership. And it's in 19 degrees Aries. So normally with a new moon, we feel it for 2 weeks and then we have a full moon. You know, hip, hip, hooray. With an eclipse, we feel the effects of an eclipse for at least a year after the eclipse occurs. And eclipses are strongest 3 to 4 months after they occur. So this whole 7th house thing could come to a head in the summertime. Be sure and check back with me in a few months, okay? So this is April 8th, and the eclipse is in 19 degrees Aries, okay? Find 19 Aries in your birth chart. And let me mention that if I have not yet done a reading for you on your birth chart or your forecast for 6 months or a year, you might want to have it done, because this can be a turning point, all that's going on here with the solar eclipse, with our planet. Every country, it seems like, is undergoing such a change. It's as if people have dropped their facade and we're seeing the real person. Pretty scary. And so I'm encouraging everybody to get a reading, whether from me or somebody else you trust, so that you will know your path and you can contribute to the uplifting of our planet. That's what I'm about. So here we've got this eclipse and partnerships very strongly activated. 2 weeks later, we've got a full moon in 4 degrees of Scorpio. And the full moon is on the 23rd. On the full moon, everything comes to a head. And look at here. This eclipse, excuse me, this full moon, see, I've still got the eclipse on my mind. This full moon falls in your 2nd house of money. Isn't this cool? Now, you might say, oh, am I going to have to pay a lot of money? I think if you focus on what you want, you'll focus on creating money, because this full moon can, quote unquote, bring it. The eclipse doesn't make you do anything. The new moon, the full moon, they don't make you do anything. But as long as money's triggered, why not go for the good stuff? So that's what it looks like. I hope you've enjoyed it. I think that you've got a fabulous forecast. Let me know. So, till May, I hope you'll come back in May. This is Maxine Taylor saying, may the stars shine brightly on you and yours. Bye for now.